footed on this occasion.
Estrada had made the run, knew he was offside.
I mentioned the number 11, Estrada, leading the line for Ecuador tonight. He was their top scorer in the South American qualifiers, scored half a dozen, but he's only got one goal in his last 14 appearances for the national team. A little bit of a barren spell from this. He surely would sense would be an opportunity tonight.
Well, even as a side, though, they haven't scored too many of late, have they? As a team, they've been struggling for goals.
Angelo Preciado has an issue here, which may require some attention. And there may be a change, the first change of the match. I'm not sure whether Preciado is going to be able to continue. There's a lot of activity down on Ecuador's bench.
That's a blow, because I think he's had a good influence on the match for them, both with and without the ball. And some good forays forward, and also he's been really good defensively as well. Very quick to get to the opposition player. Straight away he felt it, though. Knew something was up.
Yeah, not looking comfortable at all as treatment continues down on the pitch, and Xavier Arriaga, one of the players, just limbering up as well on the touchline. The Seattle Sounders player. Let's see what happens here. And Alfaro, the coach, on the touchline is quite animated, or he was a few moments ago, marching around.
There's no point taking any chances this early in the tournament, and the fact that you're 2-0 up in the game as well.
Well, momentarily then, Alfaro's team down to 10 as Preciado continues to receive some treatment. And the space that he has vacated, predictably, has been filled by Akram Afif of Qatar, who's now waiting for the ball to head his way, and he's got a good amount of space around him. Here's Hassan. Into the middle it goes, on a header wide of the goal from Pedro Miguel.
It's an ambitious run forward, and he attacks this really well. There's a lot of ground to make up, but on the run, he gets in the air well and not too far away.
Yeah, just the one goal in 83 previous international appearances, but that was a decent effort. Meanwhile, Preciado is back on the field, the right back for Ecuador. They're back up to their full complement of 11. Just over an hour played in Al-Khor, north of Doha. And Qatar, 45 minutes later than they'd hoped, seem to have settled a little bit into this game.
They're still unable really to threaten the Ecuador goal, though. Galindez has had very little to do.
Hassan, who was the Asian Footballer of the Year 4 years ago. Boulem Kouki into Hassan, or Hatem. Long, deep ball there up to the edge of the penalty area. Flag up straight away on the far side.
They've been more ambitious. They've looked to play forward early. It was, again, very tight. Stupinian may well have been playing him on. Flag went up early, though.
Capier deciding he's going to leave this one for Hernan Galindez. They're potentially putting his goalkeeper in an awkward position.
Yeah, it was interesting actually how narrow the front four were there for Ecuador. They're happy to try and win the first one, get bodies around it and win the second as well.
It breaks down. Here's Mendes for Ecuador, back in now with Hincapié, away to Estupinian. Ibarra available over on the far side. This is Caicedo.
A bit frustrated, Enner Valencia. When Mendes picked up that ball, he made a run and it didn't come. He turned and just kept possession rather than being more positive and looking forward.
You can see Valencia keeping his eye on the defensive line and constantly making himself available for a pass which for a little while in the match hasn't arrived.
He's hoping to take a match ball home.
Well, their team may be behind, but they're still enjoying what is obviously a very special occasion for the hosts. William Cookie playing the ball forward. This is Miguel being harassed by Estupinian. 25 minutes to go. No change in the score since half-time.
Changing the pattern of the game, though. Certainly Qatar are having more of it. It was very one-sided in the first half, but there has been a response.
It won't be long before Ecuador make a change. Keep an eye on that for you. More on that in just a moment or two. It does look as if Jeremy Sarmiento is going to come on. He's not quite ready yet. Here's Hassan into Ahmed. Back with Willem Kuki. Forward to Rafif. Now Karim Boudiaf. This is better. The best passing sequence we've seen from Qatar in this match. But can they do something with it? Can they create something? Have they got the craft? Have they got the guile to potentially prise open the Ecuador defence? The header from Estupinian. Ibarra is there covering. Pedro Miguel can't get the ball across, and Caicedo flicks it away. It had gone out of play. Throw in for the home side. Here comes that change, and it is Jeremy Sarmiento who is going to come on. Little discussion with the fourth official at the moment, Istvan Kovac from Romania.
Just held back on the sub. They were just in a defensive phase, and they decided just to give it a minute.
I think there's a piece of jewellery that needed removing. That's why there's a slight delay. Free kick for Ecuador. Yeah, the jewellery is being looked after. Safekeeping. And Jeremy Sarmiento is about to come on here to replace Romario Ibarra. Ibarra, who had that shot saved earlier in the second half. So Ibarra leaves the stage, and Jeremy Sarmiento there, the third Brighton and Hove Albion player on the pitch for Ecuador from the English Premier League side.
And it looks like he's just venturing over to that left-hand side.
Three-quarters of the way through the game here. Still no suggestion that Ecuador are in any danger of surrendering their advantage, which was comfortably won during the opening 45 minutes.
Largely untroubled.
Forward by Felix Torres. Here's Gonzalo Plata. Lovely little flick there. Now Angelo Preciado. Brilliantly kept in play. No foul, and away comes Hassan for Qatar. Little flick there from Afif. Torres into Caicedo. Collected by Valencia. This is Plato. Teasing, looked like a good ball as well, just evading the clutches of Valencia. Remember, he's on a hat-trick in this opening match. Here come Qatar. Infield by Ahmed Boudiaf. But again, the door shut firmly by Ecuador's defence. Confidently and competently dealing with everything that comes their way.
Yeah, that's the skipper, Alheidos, giving up possession. And trying to make amends, gives the foul away.
There is Alheidos. He was the man who lifted the Asian Cup 3 years ago. A couple of changes coming now. There's Mohamed Wad and Mohamed Tari preparing to come on. This one, it's Stupinian who will take it. Beyond Estrada. That was Torres, the central defender, up from the back. And this double change for Qatar will come before the throw-in is taken. And Hassan Alheidos, the captain, is one of the players being replaced. That's why the armband is being exchanged and now worn by Saad Al-Sheib. Alheidos off. Mohamed Wad on for him. Mohamed Wad, 23-year-old, who's been a regular in the squad for the last couple of years, and Muntari is on as well. Mohamed Muntari. He's on for Almoez Ali. Free kick for the challenge on Sarmiento, and it's in the sort of position that Ecuador will be very happy with.
He's combative, isn't he? Pedro Miguel, he's made some hefty challenges.
Yeah.
That wasn't the heftiest of the lot, but just caught the heels of Sarmiento.
Yeah, Sarmiento's Achilles caught quite clearly. Qatar can ill afford to concede another one now.
Another set piece to defend. They've struggled all evening against them.
Right in front of those South American fans. We'll be there collectively trying to suck the ball into the back of the net when it heads into the penalty area. Potentially another test for Al-Sheib coming up now. Stupinian sends it in, good header away. It was Akram Hafif there. Pushing, pressing, sturdy challenge, and Ecuador with the throw. Confirmation of Mohamed Muntari coming on for Almoez Ali. Muntari, who mainly has featured as a sub since Felix Sanchez took over back in 2017. Scored actually against Algeria in the Arab Cup semi-final last year. It was a towering header. I'll be hoping for something like that here to just give them some hope, a foothold in the game, something to work with. But the damage, it would seem, done early in the match.
Yeah, whilst they have improved, and he'll be pleased with the response after half-time, he'll know his side haven't really done enough, have they, to threaten.
Qatar still haven't had a shot target in this opening match. Pressure being put on Ahmed there, but he comes away with it. Collected here by Boudiaf.
Excellent again from Mendes. Preciado caught up the pitch, but he just stopped the passing lane out to that left-hand side.
It's a measured approach, isn't it? They just need that little bit of quality. But Ecuador staying solid and well organised. Here's Homam Ahmed. Now it's with Akram Afif, who goes for goal. They were looking for a moment of magic to lift home hopes.
Well, he's capable of it. Two wing-back pushing much higher up the pitch. That was Pedro Miguel to his opposite number. Ahmed on the left-hand side. It ends up at the feet of Hafif. And he is capable of magic moments.
Well, it clearly is an issue that isn't about to go away for Valencia. It's Jose Cifuentes receiving instruction there from coach Gustavo Alfaro.
Well, we thought his race was run early on in the game, but he was able to continue. It's both skippers now.
Well, that's a disappointing sight, and Enner Valencia, who's been the star of the show in so many ways tonight in this opening match of the World Cup.
It's the second. Wonderful header into that bottom corner. O'Shea couldn't get there. Too much power on it.
What a start to the World Cup he made. What a great opening 45 minutes. 2 goals plus 1 disallowed. And I think football watchers everywhere would hope that it's a problem that will keep him out for the rest of the group. But here comes Jose Cifuentes, another player based in the United States with Los Angeles. He only featured twice in the qualification process, but he had started 3 of the last 5 before tonight. And a player worth keeping an eye on, one of the hottest properties in MLS. And, unusually, actually, for any match, never mind an opening game, it's both captains have been substituted here in this second half. It'll be a free kick for the challenge on Abdul Karim Hassan.
He was a bit lucky. Nice smile from the substitute. Cifuentes.
Yellow card here as well. Thief turns away and Daniele Osorto waves the yellow card in his general direction, and that is precisely why he's had his name taken.
Not a good challenge, leading with the studs.
It was a poor challenge on Gonzalo Plata.
I think that's a picture that pretty much sums up their night. Overloaded at the far post, looking to win that first contact.
And by Caicedo. Now can Qatar break here? It doesn't fall for Afif, and it was Jackson Mendes there covering and tidying up.
I think it's been outstanding, particularly when you think that Gruezo has been so important for them in that position.
We're inside the last 15 minutes of the game. Impressive what you've seen from Ecuador.
Yeah, they've been good. Well, they've taken their foot off the gas a little in the second period. They've managed the game well. They've kept Qatar at arm's length.
Well, foot to the floor again here as Stupinian drifts it into the box. Great chance, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. It fell at the feet of Sarmiento, and the flag swiftly raised.
Spares his blushes, the flag. This is a decent chance. Have another look. Close, tight, but he had gone a fraction early, and the little touch off him meant that he was offside, and when it came back to him, his eyes lit up.
Another one of the really young players in Ecuador's team, Jeremy Sarmiento, just 20 years of age. He's very much on the fringes of the team at his club side in England, at Brighton. Born in Madrid to Ecuadorian parents and grew up in London from the age of 7, Sarmiento, but very much wanted to represent Ecuador.
Well, that's the first thing that Gustavo Alfaro did when he took charge, was to really re-energise the national team by bringing in a number of the younger players.
Three of Ecuador's players on the pitch at the moment, born in the 21st century. Getting old at all, Matt. Here they come again. Cifuentes doesn't quite fall for Michael Estrada, collected by Estupiñán.
Considering I played in this tournament at the start of this century.
Caicedo, and then scrambling and chasing into the box there was Gonzalo Plata. We're into the last 10 minutes of the opening match of this FIFA World Cup.
He was well onside as well, Plata.
It does rather look as though we're going to see a host nation losing their opening match of the tournament for the first time. But certainly, given the way they started the match, they've limited the damage. There's a shank there from El Sheeb, much to the frustration of coach Sanchez. Doesn't get any easier from here. Senegal and the Netherlands lie in wait.
I was just about to say a penny for his thoughts. Pretty much know what he's thinking. He's thinking this could have gone better.
It's Preciado leaving it. Support on the near side from Jackson Mendes. He's covered some ground in this game. And they'll get a free kick. I tell you what, Matt, when they really switch on, Ecuador, when they do go through the gears, there is some real quality in their team, isn't there?
They link well, they overload in wide areas, they've got high energy, a good tempo about their play. They can slow the game down when they want to, but they can also really go through the gears as well. Been a number of really impressive individual performances. Him in particular, I think he's been outstanding.
See Hincapié up for this one, Torres as well. But it's the home team's ball.
Disappointing delivery from Plata.
Just a little over 7 minutes plus added time remaining. Well, let's hope that it's not too bad for Enner Valencia. Still smiling, despite the presence of that ice pack on his knee. Time for Hincapié. They'll have tougher assignments than this one in terms of defensive tests, tests of their mettle. But they've negotiated this big occasion well, Ecuador, so far. Jose Cifuentes had to find a way past the assistant on the near side as he chased after the ball there. Is Boualem Kouhi. They've had a share of the play in the second half, haven't they, Qatar? But they still haven't really threatened Hernan Galíndez at all in Ecuador's goal.
No, they haven't. they've only had a couple of touches in the opposition box.
Yeah, in 84 minutes of play. This is Pedro Miguel. A little bit of space in the heart of midfield for Karim Boudiaf.
I think we always felt that they're strongest at the top end of the pitch. And it's important, it felt like it was going to be important to get them on the ball more often than not, and they haven't been able to do that at all.
Well, it does rather look as if they're going to fare rather better than Saudi Arabia did in the opening match 4 years ago in Moscow. They were beaten 5-0 by Russia. You'd wonder what the scoreline might be, given the way the match started. But it stayed at 2-0 for quite a while now, but Ecuador have got other ideas. Keeper thought about coming, thought better of it, but in the end, Michael Estrada, I think, didn't manage to keep the ball in play.
I'll tell you what, the goalkeeper did just enough and actually did well to put the brakes on when he did. But for a moment, that was 4 against 2. QATAR are pushing now. They're trying to commit bodies forward. They're going to leave gaps at the back, and that's probably the right thing to do, isn't it? But 4 against 2, and it didn't quite find the right pass.
Ecuador 5 minutes away, plus added time from 3 precious points. Is that about to change? No. Almost. Muntari, the substitute, so close to bringing the hosts back into the game, giving them a glimmer of hope for the closing stages. How close was it? Let's have a look.
From nothing, he makes a run in behind Hincapié. He makes a mistake by leaving the ball. And he hits it really early, trying to catch the goalkeeper out. Galindez sees him off his line, just tries to lift it over the top of him.
There's a good effort there from Mohamed Muntari.
Yeah, he wasn't far away.
As he looked to add to the 12 international goals that he's managed so far. Still got a little way to go in this game. We're expecting several minutes of added time at the end, maybe as many as 5. That's with Imam Ahmed. Decent looking delivery, and again it was Pedro Miguel throwing himself at the ball. Great height and athleticism, but beaten to it by Hernan Galindez.
It's good for Hincapié, actually. He's going to try and close down the cross early.
Spirits remain high behind the goal.
Still hopeful. There is still time, and we just saw that shot from Muntari a couple of moments ago, just giving them a bit more belief and hope that they can get something from this game. It hasn't felt likely.
No, just 2 fleeting moments in the match, late in each half. Angelo Preciado will take this throw. Santos Laguna player in the Mexican League. Lovely turn from Sarmiento. Gonzalo Plata back into Jeremy Sarmiento. Flag up anyway. Easiest catch of the match for Saad Al-Cheib.
And the ball was out. The ball was out actually for a corner rather than offside. Gone behind the line.
So Ecuador on the front foot here, very late in the day. 2 minutes plus added time. To take it. Successfully repelled from that near post area.
Alfaro are particularly happy with some of the set-piece delivery because they know that QATAR struggled to defend them, but the delivery into the box hasn't been perfect often enough.
El Arawi was there. We're going to see Alan Franco shortly for Ecuador. It's based in Argentina at the moment. And we're also going to see Kevin Rodriguez, but not quite yet. Plata. Full of tricks, but ones that didn't work on this occasion.
Look at the difference, though. Look at that. Late in the game, how Ecuador try and win the ball back so quickly. 3 or 4 men around him straight away.
Michael Estrada is one of the players who are coming off. This is quite the story. The player on the right there, Kevin Rodriguez, it's the ultimate wild card, really. He plays in the second tier in Ecuador, but he's impressed the coach. He made his debut against Iraq in a warm-up game this month, and he gets an opportunity now. Estrada takes his leave. Rodriguez prepares to come on, and Moises Caicedo also will leave the field for the final few moments of the game, and Alan Franco on to replace him. Franco is a player who they tend to use when they're playing tougher opponents, because he's quite cautious and disciplined. When they've got more freedom to play, he tends to sit on the bench, but he's coming in to just help to see this one out, and Caicedo can take a breather for the final 5 minutes. We're into 5 minutes of added time now.
Yeah, Netherlands up next, so we might see a bit more of Alan Franco as this tournament goes on.
Three precious, very much on the horizon now for Ecuador. The space on the far side for El Raoui to spread the play. Beautifully done as well, bringing Omar Ahmed into the game. This is Mohamed Wad, battling away for all his worth and looking hopefully at the referee. Wad working hard initially to win the ball back, and Budia sending it into Hatem. Is there a late consolation goal for Qatar to just boost the mood in and around the stadium, other than the area occupied by the yellow-shirted fans of Ecuador? It's a touch there for Alan Franco. Back in now with Felix Torres.
Yeah, evidence of what he's all about, actually. Winning the ball back and then just keeping it simple.
That's exactly what he's doing again, Matt. And they're just managing the play now, Ecuador. All the damage in this match done early in the game. Qatar caught cold, nearly a goal behind as early as the 3rd minute of the match. And they conceded a penalty in the 16th minute and were 2 down with just over half an hour on the watch. Didn't look great from Qatar's point of view at that stage. They've managed to limit further opportunities, but Ecuador, of course, by the same token, have been happy to just manage the game themselves with that 2-goal cushion.
Well, I hesitate to say job done, because we all know what football's like. Strange things can happen, but hasn't felt like Qatar are ever going back into this match at all. One snapshot that almost caught Galindez out, but other than that, been a really impressive performance from Ecuador.
Yeah,
a comfortable victory.
This, we sensed, was the key match for Qatar in the group. They really needed to try and get something from this one if they were to stand a realistic chance. Certainly, on paper at least, you would think with the opposition they've got coming up. But
key for both. Key for both. This
absolutely.
One. It's key for Ecuador to get off to a winning start. With what's next, their hopes and expectations are to try and progress through the group.
Well, much to ponder for the locals as they chew the fat after the game and discuss what they've seen and the prospects that lie ahead. We're just escaping the Ecuadorian midfield for a moment as Wad tries to send it forward. Felix Torres is there, and now it's in the possession of Franco. Deep in added time. Great start to the tournament for Ecuador. They'll be hoping that the gloss won't be taken off it a little bit by that injury to their captain and record goal scorer, the man who's won the match for them today, Enner Valencia, suffered a bang on the knee. And they're looking to finish the match very much on the front foot, but it's Bassam El Raoui, the player who's momentarily down. Ecuador with a corner. Flush. Yeah, flush in the face. Maybe one last chance for Ecuador to put some added shine on this most excellent of starts. It's going to be 7 matches in a row without conceding a goal for them. And they've rarely looked like conceding. We're into the last 30 seconds or so here of this opening match at the FIFA World Cup.
Well, he should have done better. He should have done better, Rodriguez. Another set piece where Qatar don't get close to anybody. Free header 6 yards out.
Hassan sends it forward. Afif chases, and again he loses out, this time to Torres, but it is a corner. So that clean sheet not quite in the bag. We're in the 5th minute of added time, and it is the first corner of the evening for the hosts. And they do something with it. Opportunities in the penalty area for them have been few and far between in this game. And again, the yellow wall is there. And it was the last play of the match. And it is the perfect start for Ecuador and their coach, Gustavo Alfaro. But Felix Sanchez and Qatar back to the drawing board. It's the first time the hosts have lost the opening match at the World Cup. There's the man that did the damage, Enner Valencia, who scored twice in the first half, once from the penalty spot. The second goal, a terrific header, and it proved to be more than enough, despite the best efforts of Qatar, who barely created a chance in the game. A shaky start from Al-Sheed, the goalkeeper.